because of the layout of our widgets in a window, we may have a hard time if we had something like this, for instance, and I just lost it. Okay, here we have two objects, so basically two columns and two columns, but in this we want three columns. So you'll notice the spacing of these buttons, it's not exactly even. Okay, there's less space between these two than there are these. So to organize components or make these components look more organized in our window, we can nest frames. Sometimes these frames are called panels, and each panel has its own independent grid. For this demo, there is a file in your Google Drive called Add Panel Demo. Open that file as your starting point. Okay, let's add some code to this class. First, we need to set up our init method. This is going to define the initial state of our window. Let's create the main frame. We're going to create a panel for the data. This would be our labels and input text fields. Then we'll add those to that panel that we created. So here we initialize data panel to store is what we are going to refer to as our panel. And then using dot notation, we added a label, a text field, a label, and a text field. And then because we want a second panel for the buttons, this panel only has two columns and two rows. But this panel will have three columns. So pause the video if you need to and type that code. And when you execute this code, now our buttons are evenly spaced in the second panel. They did change the text color, the background color of the first panel and the second panel, so you'll note the differences of where those appear in the window. But our buttons are now evenly spaced.